Whoa, it's dark. Let me fix that. I promise I checked this before I started, but alas. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if anybody's here yet, but if you are, hello, hello. How are you doing? I literally have every light on. Let's see. Whoops. Well, we'll figure it out. Let me switch it over to here at least. We have that going on. Why is it so dark? I think it's because the background's still dark. I think I can only fix the gain. Let me put this on too, and then we'll see. Hello if anyone's here. A slow start as usual. Kind of how I roll. There we go. I think that's fine. Oh, hey Mary, how you doing? Just trying to fix my camera. It was too dark because, mainly because Goose. I'm actually gonna see if he'll move. He is sitting where, buddy, you have to come here. Hide the sun. There. Hey, what? Go, go, go. Good job. Does not want to move, but he must. Oh. That's totally fine. I'm having a shorter day today too, because we're gonna go play video games with Daniel for dinner. So there's that. Oh, the drink delivery is here.
A hunter-gatherer, hunter-gathered.
Thank you, my love. I have so many Sonic mitts all around.
How many you got?
Also, Vincent, look at the bottom of that over there.
What?
Look, you'll see it. No, don't move those. Just look. Bend down and look. See, do you see something that?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Dude!
One of the cats bit them. There's only 2 bite marks. Little
just
fangs.
like just little things just shump.
Yeah. So,
Really, dude?
I know. I gotta watch them.
Well, fortunately, those are easy to replace, but
By the way, speaking of which, have you noticed how many times our neighbors have had those replaced?
no.
The family upstairs.
Yeah.
I have seen maintenance people with those who go upstairs at least like 6 times since we moved in.
What?
And I don't know if it's like everyone's just getting them replaced right now or what, but it's so funny.
Another one that broke magically.
It's so funny. Anyway, okay. I got Coke Zero, Diet Cherry flavor, lime, and cream. It's my favorite right now. Oh no! Please tell me my computer did not just fall asleep. It did. I know. Welcome to America. It's just a large from Sonic, but it is large. It is like really big. This isn't even their biggest. It's just a 32 ounce. They have a 44 ounce also, which is what I usually get from the gas station if I get a drink, because Circle K has styrofoam cups at the gas station, which I know are terrible for the environment. I don't get them very often. I have these, and I have a 40 ounce water too. People in Arizona drink a lot of all kinds of drinks, not just like alcohol. There's a lot of alcohol here too, that obviously I wasn't raised with. So, you know, that's just something that I didn't even know about. But just drinks in general, people in Arizona drink a lot of water, of soda, of everything, because it is so incredibly dry here. It's like one of the driest and hottest places in the world to live, actually. So all the drinks are bigger, I think. I mean, and drinking sugar is not good, but just in general, people buy really big drinks. Like all my East Coast friends and New York friends are always shocked by the size of drinks here too. Vincent is for sure, because it's like France is much smaller drinks. Okay. Got the camera sorted out. Let's see. Or are you going to continue on? Continue Germany, the foggiest city? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because you're surrounded by water. And you don't have like a big city or concrete to soak everything up. Right? I mean, there's more nature. Compared to, I'm thinking of like, most of the American East Coast is, you know, like 13 colonies, old giant cities like Philadelphia and New York and DC that are like, they're so populous that you like New York, you're like, we lived on an island in Manhattan for years, but it doesn't even feel like you're near water because like even just a couple blocks away from the water, there's just too much buildings and stuff in the way. Okay, this one's too slow. Well, I hope someone else shows up too, because otherwise you're the only one that's in chat and you just have to talk forever and you're not allowed to leave. Sorry. I get my pattern out. Yeah, 200,000. See, that's tiny. Just my city that's a suburb of Phoenix here, Mesa, has almost 400,000 people. Big. I do have something exciting that we're doing. Well, I've been working on all the Twilight nerf patterns. What do you think of this? I was thinking of doing like Forks, Port Angeles, and then like Bella's truck. I think looking at it from a distance, I think the truck looks actually pretty good. But I have to make at least 4 of them to send off to the publisher for that project. Which is kind of fun. Let's see. Okay, good. That one is like nowhere near done. I was literally just like kind of mapping it out today. It's not cute yet, but I'm gonna turn this music down on my end because I think it's too loud. What was I gonna say? Oh, so one thing that's really fun. I can't remember, did I talk about this last time? I actually can't remember. I did actually, now I remember. I'm pretty sure I did. Our friend Skylar, who's doing his birthday feast. I think we figured out our costumes and they're gonna be so good. I had a really good look at the thrift store. I found like a huge black tablecloth I'll turn into a cool cloak situation for Vincent. And I found like a bunch of cool black layering situation stuff for me to make like a witchy costume. I ordered a few extra accessories that will come in the mail. But otherwise, I think that we're pretty much set and it makes me so excited to get dressed up. I used to do that all the time and I haven't in a while. Just play dress up. I think it's really fun. I love costumes. And Vincent's never been to the Ren Fair, so I think we're gonna try to go to the Ren Fair this year too, because Phoenix has a really good Ren Fair. Gotta say. Oh, yes, Vincent's actually, he's kind of channeling some of that. What's the name of the main guy? He's kind of channeling some of him, for sure. I'm thinking, I just have so much like witchy type stuff and accessories. I'm probably going to be kind of like just a dark like witch situation, something like that. I don't really know how to. It just needs to be like high fantasy, though. Yeah, why can't I remember? I can't remember their names. I'm just so bad with names in general. TBH. That's not anyone's fault but my own. I am just so bad with names. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, I have to turn this over again because I'm still working on this hard part. Lock my screen. I did finish my first college course. I did it in 3 weeks and 3 days, which I'm very proud of myself for, start to finish. Knocked it out quick. And I did so good. I was really proud of myself. For being rusty academically, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So they do, it's merit-based, so it's basically just like you either pass or you fail. There's 2 passing like grades. It's like competent is your goal is competency. You just need to know, you need to be able to demonstrate that you know the material. I'm trying to fix this. I'm scooted too far out, that's why. But beyond competent is exemplary. Like if you like really nail it and you prove that you like really know the material, essentially, you get most of the questions right because like you get it. I got a piece of hair stuck. Ow. Anyway, and I got an exemplary on my first final. It was the critical thinking class. It was not a hard class. But it did feel good. I knocked that out and I started probability and statistics, which is math. So now I am doing math every day, which is not the funnest, but that's okay. And let's see, what else is new? I'm trying to think of any other updates. I don't think that there are. Did stats course. Yeah, I'd like the whole first module is just going over like algebra, basic stuff that like I learned in school. And luckily I did take the Algebra Khan Academy course like in December before I started school. So it was more just like a quick review, which is nice. I'm sure I'll get into more stuff I don't know later on in the course, but I'm going to try to knock it out in 3 weeks, all of the like material. Hey, Danny. And then do my final in the 4th week. So I'm going to try to push my ahead even a little bit more ahead of schedule. Because I think that like they kind of do the averages for like what it takes people to do it in like the course plan. And I think it shows like almost 6 weeks for like what most people do. So I'm trying to just do less than that is my goal. So I got a week ahead of schedule with this first class. And now I'm going to try to get 2 weeks more ahead of schedule with this one. Then the next 2 are more just like reading heavy. They don't seem to be too bad. So hopefully I can knock them out fast and then I can do at least 1 or 2 more classes this term. We're going to see how we do. I'm feeling pretty good. So that was the like scary thing this on Friday that I had to do. That was after the last stream. And then it's really just finishing my Twilight patterns. And then I need to order another needle minder. It's been my life right now. We're finally getting into like a more strict routine. So Vince and I are like in bed at 10ish and up. I'm still up by like 8 or 8:30 because I've been reading in bed at night. Because I'm almost done with Onyx Storm. Oh, I have to show you. I got the deluxe edition. Look how pretty it is. Let me switch. Look how beautiful the sprayed edges are. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, I think this is like the prettiest sprayed edges that they've had for one of these books so far. I love it so much. I think like it like looks really good. Like it's like really, really well done. And it's just so fun. They have like the paperback versions at Barnes & Noble for the other 2. And I only have them digitally, so I might go get the other 2 sprayed edges too. They're paperbacks, but I don't care that much. This one is it was the same price as the hardcover, and I wanted the physical book, so I was like, why not? But yeah, I'm super happy with it. It came a few days ago. I was just reading like my standard copy while I was waiting, and I'm gonna go return my standard copy and keep this one because it wasn't available at first until later after the like release date. I've just been reading a lot of dragons. I will say that this one's way better than the second one. I do think the series is worth reading. So far, it's good. I think it's going in like an interesting direction, so I can recommend it, I guess. I wasn't sure after the second one because me and my sister both like didn't love the second one, but this one's better than the second one, so that's good. So that's that update. The only other thing that is going on in my life is that one of my childhood friends passed away this week, which was kind of jarring just because we are all 30 years old, so we should not be dying. I haven't kept in close contact with her, but we've just like, she's just one of those people that was like important in my early years. So I feel sad about that. It was breast cancer. One of my other friends, her best friend died of cancer just a few months ago too. We're all the same age, so it's just like, what the heck is going on? It does not feel good. It is scary and so sad. I just keep like everything I'm doing all day long, I just keep thinking like, Adrian will never get to do this again. Like, Adrian doesn't get to read Onyx Storm, or Adrian, like, doesn't get to take a shower ever again, or, like, I just keep having thoughts like that, which is so just upsetting. I'm in a weird position with it where, like, I haven't seen her in the last, like, 8 years or so. And I did not help her through her illness. I just stayed up to date with, like, we're all kind of in the same circle, so I stayed up to date with what was going on with her, but she's kind of private, so I didn't try to reach out to her beyond just, like, their Instagram page about what was going on for the last year of her treatment. So I'm kind of in the weird position of, like, do I go to, like, the celebration of life or not? It's kind of like, if it's for her family doesn't really know me. I had a lot of sleepovers at our house when we were teenagers, but, like, I don't know if her parents even remember me. Anyway, I'm kind of in that awkward spot where it's like, I don't know if I'm close enough to like, or paying my respects would really do anything for the family, and it's more for the family, I think, because I don't believe in an afterlife, so I just think that I think it's for the family. But I also, like, I'm sad enough about it that I've cried a few times, so it's just, like, this has been a weird week for that. I keep going back and forth on, like, having no normal day and then thinking about that randomly. Which is, it's hard. It's not so weird. I don't know, like what is it with the people in my life that, like, everyone's having, like, life and death health stuff going on. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want everyone to live to be 100. But anyway, sorry, I know that took, like, a serious turn, but that's the only other thing that's been going on that's made this week weird. A guy I went to high school with died in a car crash a few years ago. Yeah, that's actually happened to... That's happened to a few other people that I knew from school. They've had just, like, accidents or whatever. And, like, you kind of hear about it through the grapevine. Just, it's, like, people you know, but, like, you're not super close anymore. It's like, I don't know how to feel about this. It's really freaking sad, that's for sure. I feel especially bad for Adrian. Just, she has 2 kids, 2 babies. And, she literally... Her second kid was 4 months old, and she just thought she had, like, maybe a clogged duct or something. She had, like, a lump in her breast, and she went in. Triple negative, stage 4 breast cancer. So, like, her second kid's only, like, not even a year and a half old, which is crazy sad. So I almost just feel like, can I offer to babysit? Stitching for Stitching. Hi, I haven't seen your name before. Sorry, you came in when I was talking about sad stuff. I don't have to keep talking about sad stuff. Thank you for saying that. It is my own pattern, so it makes me really happy when people compliment it. What are you working on? I'm guessing you're stitching if you're working on a craft based on your name. Oh, music. Why is it? I paused because my computer went to sleep for some reason. Oh, what did I need? I needed to go grab something and I can't remember what it was. What was it that I needed? Use Mac/PC Stitch. I have tried them all. My favorite is actually Stitchly. It's an app that is on computer and on my iPad. It's small and new-ish, but I will actually really love it for pattern design because I think that the PDFs that it makes just look super modern and nice when they're done, and they're super easy for me to compile into sellable, like, PDF patterns. Nice. What's your project? Like, what does it look like? What is it? I have a few of those myself. I have one of a mandrake from Harry Potter that it looks like an old, like, page out of, like, a botanical book or something. It's really cool looking, and it's beautiful. Like, the pattern is beautiful, but it has a lot of, like, backstitching little text at the end, and I have literally had that pattern, I don't know, 2020, 2021. Still haven't finished it. It's sitting in my drawer. Backstitch semester. I'm making patterns for fun. Nice. Stained glass irises. Oh, pretty. Nice. I'm currently working on this upside down because it's easier to do it this way. I just turned my iPad upside down for my pattern. See my community tab. Oh, nice. Sweet. We have a Discord over here we hang out at where we all post our projects when we're done with them. Feel free to go browse it. I'm pretty sure the link is in my description. Oh, shoot, it's getting twisty. Otherwise, oh, speaking, Mary, I was gonna tell you. I forgot what I was gonna tell you. Our friend Skylar that does his big like Ren Fair style birthday feast every year. I mentioned figuring out that costume, but I didn't show you what I started making. I'm too old for Discord, it confuses me. That's totally fine. Oh, Mary, if you have to go now, that's fine. You can leave, I guess. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna be working on this for the next week too. I can show you later. Yeah, Discord confuses me too. I kind of like set it up and then I forget it exists. So it's tricky. But it is the best place for people to like instantly share stuff with the community while we are all streaming together. So that's the main reason that I have it. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, Mary, just go lie down. I will post in the Discord, how about that? And then you can look at it at your leisure. Because headaches are no fun. Take meds, drink water. If it's tension, do one of those massage gun things. That always helps me until my cats demand to be massaged and then I don't get to use it anymore. Oh, where did my needle minder go? I need to go grab it. Needle minder. I gotta go grab my needle minder. I was taking pictures of it yesterday, so I forgot to put it back. Dun dun. For anyone who's new here, if you don't already know, I also make needle minders. This is my first like fully customized, made from scratch one that I'm super proud of. That I am currently editing. I'm currently editing the photos for it, and it will be. Everything's fine. It'll be in my shop probably tomorrow. Actually, I forgot to take. I'm really out of practice with like taking product pictures. I haven't done it in a while. So I forgot to do one of the ones I needed to do for the listing. So I have to go back and do them. Okay. But this is it right here. I think it's so fun. Oop. You can't even see it. It says, "My dear, you have the Grim." From Harry Potter. Headaches do stink. I get them mostly, it's either, with me it's always tension from like too much crochet, cross stitch, knitting, video games, that kind of stuff. Too much of that, and I get a tension headache just from bad posture and whatever else. Or it's air pressure. Like whenever I live in Arizona now, as of the last few months, and every time a storm is coming in Arizona, the air pressure just changes really quickly because usually there's no clouds, and then suddenly there's a bunch of humidity and clouds just for a minute. Never lasts very long, but that air pressure change is brutal. My mom gets migraines from that quite a bit too. Yeah, it's not surprising. I actually, you know what? I've only rage quit like once or twice. But I also am very careful about which games I play so I don't get too upset because my motto in life is if it's a hobby, then it's supposed to be fun. And if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. For me, at least. Maybe the point is to not have fun. I don't know. But I get frustrated if I'm like not having a good time. So so if a game bothers me, I'm just like, this game isn't for me, and I just move on to a different one. Which irks my husband because I haven't gamed for very long. I really just learned during COVID. But he's, as a lifelong gamer, he's like, I need you to experience this. And I'm like, but I don't enjoy playing it. So it's a constant back and forth with us. Sometimes I will say that, like, sometimes I don't enjoy games. Just like sometimes the tasks start to feel like it's just too many tasks all piled up. I look at like the quest log, or like for instance in me and my brother Daniel have like a shared Minecraft realm, and I started a huge construction project, and now it's like every time I get on there I'm like, I have to build. So I haven't been getting on as frequently, so I probably need to just pause that project so I can enjoy it again. I've been putting it off because of that. So I definitely do, I go through phases where I don't feel like doing things like that. But other times I make a giant construction project to do because I want to do one. It is not, there we go. But sometimes I just don't have the energy. I think since I just started school again at 30. And I think I just don't have the energy to do like as many harder things as I did before. Yes, I'll show you my pattern. Let's see. Here, this is Stitchly. The grayed out part is the part I've already done. But this is what I use. Just like go in and go stitch by stitch. This is how I make all of my patterns, in fact. All of the different ones that I also have on my shop and everything. But this works really good. I like it a lot. The one thing I didn't like about it, I'm gonna turn it back upside down. The one thing I don't like about this app, besides the fact that it's a little on the expensive side, the colors to me, like the preview colors, I only use DMC because I make it standardized for my patterns, and I feel like the color swatches were like very off on this application. So I went through and edited all of them myself to be closer to the actual thread colors, which ended up being a massive, massive project because I had to do it for DMC and for Anchor because I started doing color conversions on my patterns, ones that I sell between DMC and Anchor. So it ended up being a massive project, which is how I ended up building an entire like Notion template for keeping track of thread that I also have in my shop now, because I was just like, if I'm gonna make this, I should at least make it so other people can use it too. So that buying this application and starting to use it turned into like a multi-month project around building an entire like thread tracker and color swatches for every single pattern, or for every single thread, both DMC and Anchor. So that's the only reason that I was not sure about it at first, but I actually really like the user interface. Let's see, you can use program to mark off stitches. Yeah. They just use books, a native iPad app. Yeah, this one, Stitchly, you can mark off your stitches. I haven't tried importing someone else's pattern into it. I'm not sure how it would be like with a pattern you purchased. Because you can save, like I can save my patterns from that I make in Stitchly. I can save them as PDFs, but I can also just save them as like a Stitchly file that then I can airdrop it to like my computer back and forth if I'm like as I'm editing it. Because once I'm like building my pattern for selling, I make like a bunch of different versions, like color, only symbols, colors and symbols, Anchor conversion, like one page for like digital viewing, multi-page for printing. I do like all of that in one giant PDF that you download when you buy my pattern. So I really need to do that on the computer. I can't just do it on my iPad. So that was one thing that I liked about this, is that it was really easy to like send the pattern back and forth between my iPad, where I prefer to like make the pattern because I can draw it out. Just I'm an artist, so for me, drawing just with my Apple Pencil is like the closest to like what I'm used to creatively. And then going into my computer to do all like the heavy duty PDF compiling. That was why I ended up not using WinStitch or PC Stitch. Because I just really like to draw it with my iPad. But it is nice. I haven't always stitched my own patterns after I make them, because I just prefer to like put them out into the world and then I'll stitch them like whenever I have time, because it just takes too long and it would take me forever to get patterns released. So I kind of I've been going back through and just like slowly stitching up my own patterns to swap out my like photos on my Etsy listings. So this is one of those. Pink Pony Club is one that I released a while ago. Actually, I haven't made any in this new year because I started school, so I've been too busy. I still have to get caught up with everything. I did get 2 needle minders ordered. I got this one made, which I am obsessed with. I think it's so cute. It actually has really pretty colors. And then I got another one made for ACOTAR. It's like Night Court themed, if you read Romantasy. Very popular book series. But yeah, I have that one that I had before and it sold out and I redesigned it. And I added sparkles, so that one's coming soon, which I'm very excited about. And then I'm gonna order a couple more that I have already created and haven't sent off to be made into a real thing. They are just still art on my iPad. And then most other times, like, honestly, if I'm doing someone else's pattern, I mostly just print them out. I really like having printed patterns, and I'll just use like a little pattern holder. I didn't do as much stitching, so I lived in a van the last 2 years. Me and my husband lived in a van full time, touring the US for the last 2 years. So I kind of took a pause on doing a lot of stitching because it wasn't comfortable to do in a van. And so I have a lot of projects that I haven't finished, but now that I'm sitting at a desk again, I can do more projects that I haven't been able to do, and bigger ones, because that was the tricky thing, is just managing all of my stuff and having to take it out and put it away every single time. You're totally fine also. I'm here every week. I do this every Thursday night, and I am a pro at just talking to myself. You get to hear every detail of my life while I stitch. My cats do not care at all about it. Not one bit. In fact, they just want to interrupt me while I'm doing it. So rude. They're not here right now. I had to kick Goose out because he was moving the window shade, and it makes it too bright in the background, and then my camera can't figure out what's going on because it's like the brightest part of the afternoon right now. It's the only time of day right now when the sun shines through this screen door that I have right by my desk. So bad timing on my part, but anyway, I kicked him out. And I have been working on this pattern for ages because the first time I did it, like when I first started it, I was in a rush, and I was actually still in our van at the time, which, you know, also makes things trickier because you just have to do so much more to get out when you don't just have everything accessible. So setting up for a stream was always really hard in the van, and I was in a rush, I wasn't paying enough attention, and I accidentally cut my fabric to the dimensions for an 18 count instead of 14 count, so it was too small. Which I did not even realize until like halfway through the stream. So that first stream where I was stitching this was a fail, and then I fixed it and started over on this, and then then last week I realized I accidentally put this next letter 1 stitch too far over, but I had to rip it all out and do that. So this pattern has been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears going into it already. I haven't cried, but that's been a lot of effort and wasted thread, which is annoying. Yeah, one of my cats does not care at all, but the other one will attack anything that looks like a string. And he will eat it, so I have to like really put it away and be careful that he does not get it. I think I was on Reddit or somewhere, somebody like had their stitching and the cat got into it and bit into the thread, and it put the needle through its mouth, like through its jaw. And he had to go to the vet and have surgery to get it out. Is that horrifying? I was like, I'm never letting my cat anywhere near this. I always make sure the needles are away because I'm so scared of that happening now. Because that just looked real ouchy, that poor cat. I know, I was like, oh my god. Horrifying. Poor baby. I'd even considered that that was a thing that they would do, but cats are simultaneously so smart and so dumb. I am really careful usually, so... And I really I really only use one needle at a time right now. In my older videos, I used to like use one needle per thread, but I've been doing like my own patterns. Are all very beginner friendly, so they don't use that many colors. So I just don't worry about it too much because I switch colors so infrequently that it's like not that big of a, oh no, I haven't, not that big of a deal to me. Oh, come on. Can't tell where the knot is. Why are you not? There we go. Since I only have a few going at a time and I usually use one for a long time, it's like not as big of a deal. When I'm doing like a big full color one, then I probably will go back to doing it that way. Because then it's easier to switch colors quickly. But not for this one. So it's easier if you just have one needle to keep track of. And that's why I always love having a needle minder. And that's why I'm so glad other people like to buy them too. Because they are super handy. One of the things I made improvements on these ones that I'm manufacturing from scratch myself is I have a lot more control over the materials that they're made of, which means that they can be even stronger magnets. So I'm happy about that. It does a good job. It's like pretty sticky. And otherwise, what are we doing? Tonight, we're gonna go over... I offered to get my little brother... He, like, asked when... I don't know if Daniel's still here. Daniel, if you're still here. He's asking about when we're gonna play this game called PlateUp on Switch. Because I had mentioned to him that we liked Overcooked, which is kind of like a, you know, like kitchen fill orders situation. And it's really fun and kind of frantic. And he mentioned that there's a one that's really similar, like similar gameplay, but it also involves like kind of building a restaurant as you go. But I was like, that sounds fun. So he asked when we wanted to play it, and I told him we could come over tonight and we'd bring him takeout. But he's at home with my mom at the moment because he's taking his time off from college. And he's like, Mom's making burgers. She said you're invited. I was like, excellent. So now we don't have to do takeout and we can go eat free hamburgers instead. And we're gonna go play PlateUp. We had Red Lantern? I don't think no, I haven't heard of that. Is it a big game? I'm just out of the loop. Don't embarrass me if I am. I do not play on Switch very often. I play a lot of Minecraft. I love Minecraft. And then I play a lot of I really like giant open world games also. Besides like Breath of the Wild, I'm not on Switch that often. I love Stardew Valley, but I like to play that on my computer. I do have Animal Crossing on Switch, but I have not played it in a really long time. So I don't have a lot of games. Strategy game. Oh, that's cute. That sounds kind of fun. I mean, is it cute? Actually, maybe that sounds kind of thrilling, actually, now that I've said that. I do love pretty games. As a very visual person, I really appreciate, strong art direction. Is one of the things I love about certain games that I play. So, I'll have to remember that and check it out. Okay, last ditch. And then we're switching to a new one. Ugh, why are they so tight? Too tight. There we go. Yeah, lately, I usually play a lot more games, but I've just been tired, like between Etsy, YouTube, and college. I'm more mentally tired than I've been in a really long time. So I just have kind of been reading or crafting a lot more lately. See, I knew I had a knot. I do love to read. I do read a lot too. Different kind of entertainment. My goal this year is to read more nonfiction books because I have been reading. Basically, last year I read like only fiction. I got caught up on a lot of series that I'd heard about and never like gotten around to trying. So this year I'm like, I need to actually diversify and read some more nonfiction too. So that's my goal. I got halfway through Atomic Habits and then I picked up the Fourth Wing book I was reading and didn't put it down. So I'm not doing great at that goal, but at least I'm reading every day, which makes me happy. It is harder to do. The older I get, the harder it is to do. Cool. Okay, I'll have to look it up. Oh, come on. Fail. Let me write it down. I have a notepad. Oh, hello. That is a weird angle. I'm gonna write it down on this notepad. Right here. Red Lantern switch. Then I don't forget to look at it later. The Red Lantern. Okay. I mean, you got it right. Just add the. Yeah, we'll try play it up. We'll see how hard it is. Hope it's not too hard because I just started my probability and statistics class and it's so much math and I'm mentally pooped. And I'm doing like a set of 4 patterns for this it's actually for Twilight, like the movie. This special like publishing release of like mini cross-stitch kits. So I got commissioned to do 4 patterns for one of those, and I have to finish those also. This thread does not want to go on my needle. Please work. There we go. So I'm busy. I had a real mental block with those Twilight patterns for a while. One, because they're really small. They're only 3 inches by 3 inches. So that just always makes things trickier when they're really tiny. You'd think it would be easier, but it's not. Because you just have to be more creative with how you use your space. But I think also just like, I had a little imposter syndrome there for a minute too, where I was like, why did they ask me to do this? I'm a nobody. I don't know how to make official patterns licensed by Lionsgate themselves. I don't know how to do that. Dude, I just lost my needle. Or I lost my thread. But then I got over it. I have some pretty fun ideas. I think they're cute. So I hope that they like them. I have to send in the mock-ups tomorrow and get approval before I actually make the patterns and stitch them and send them over. And it's a good chunk of change too. It's like a good amount of money. So it's like I want to make patterns that are worth the money. So it's a little intimidating. I had a real mental block around it for a week. I didn't touch it. And then this week I was like, well, now I have to because the deadline is coming up. And as soon as the contract's signed, I need to send everything over. Wah. Scary. But creatively, that's been stumping me. I have been crocheting. I haven't crocheted in a really long time, but I have been crocheting because I'm making a shawl for my like witchy costume for like Ren Fair / our friend's birthday feast. That's medieval Ren Fair style. He's always looks kind of like a Viking in his costume. They're like really big cosplayers. Him and I know him through my stepsister and her people, and they're all really big cosplayers. So they all have amazing costumes. I was like, I need to do something that's like up to standard. So I got a cool corset situation coming in the mail, and then I found I actually have an anthropology dress. I used to work in anthropology in New York forever ago. Hi, Kayla. Yeah, same. Welcome to my brain on ADHD. without an imminent deadline with real consequences, it is so hard for me to actually get things done. I overthink it. Anyway, yeah, so I needed to do a cool costume, and I got a bunch of really awesome thrift store stuff, like a cool, like a fringy lacy shawl situation. Oh, the anthropology dress, that's what I was saying. I have this anthropology dress that I got, we just always got first dibs on clearance, and I worked there through COVID, so it was like, we were furloughed for like several months, and we're getting paid, but we weren't in the store. So when we got back into the store, you know, it was like February, and then suddenly it was July when I got back into the store. So it was like, you know, we walked in and it was all the winter merchandise still out, and we had to swap everything over like for summer. We basically skipped spring that year for like merchandise. And so they had to like quickly get rid of a lot of clothes. And so there's a lot of stuff that went on like the biggest sale you've ever seen. I got this one cashmere sweater, just black cashmere sweater, like pure cashmere, beautiful, so soft, softest thing you've ever seen. It was a $500 sweater that I got for like, I think $5. Like it was crazy. So I have a few clothes like that where it's just like they were really, really expensive when they were new in store, but they didn't get sold because they just sat there in the back through all of that, those several months of it being closed. And so, you know, Anthro's loss was our gain because I got to buy them so cheap. And one of them was this cool dress. I thought it was really beautiful. I didn't even try it on when I bought it. It was so cheap. I was like, well, if I hate it, it doesn't even matter. I think it was $10. And it was like a $150 dress. So I thought it'd be good, but actually it's not even a good dress. It's like pretty poorly made. I think like the seams are not very straight, and it also is like really the wrong shape in the bust for me. So I've had this dress for years, and it would be really cool for like a witch costume, just like a cool dark witch situation. But I just didn't have any use for it, but I didn't want to get rid of it. So now I have my sewing machine out for the first time in my life. I have a place to put my sewing machine in my new craft space / office, which is so fun. And I was like, now I can get that dress out and I can turn it into a really cool witchy situation. I think I'm gonna like cut a slit up the side, and I'll probably take in the waist and clean up the bust so it looks better. So now I'm actually really excited to wear it. I think it's gonna be very cool. And I got everything else I need, so I'm super stoked to like start working on that costume. And I also, that was why I was talking about crocheting. I found this great pattern. It's a Lost Souls shawl. And the pattern writer is pretty rad because she even gives permission for people to sell the pattern. Sell like goods made from the pattern. As long as you credit like the original pattern designer. She's good with it, which is very cool. So I've seen lots of people selling like actual Lost Souls shawls that they like crocheted themselves, but I bought the pattern to make my own, obviously. And so I'm working on that. It's super cute. I love the design. Let me show you. I looked at a lot of different cool shawls. And this one just like by far has the nicest look, I think. Where is it? It's right here. Ugh. So this is similar to someone I found on Threads that was doing this. That's how I first heard about this pattern. This is the yarn I'm using. Let me zoom out a little bit because that's really hard to see. This is a like yarn I'm using. It's like an ombre kind of a situation. I'm saying the word situation a lot. I don't know why that's my thing today, but it is. And then here's the actual. I already have cat hair in it. Here's the actual pattern. Isn't it so fun? It's like a whole. Let me see. Can you hand me that? Nope, the pattern.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just
Do you need
gonna...
anything to work out?
Nope, I'm good.
Alright, cool.
Look how cute this is. I love it so much. It like is a really fun design, and it just they all fit together perfectly, and it's really easy to do. And it's just this cool little skulls. I think it's so fun, and I can't wait to see how the ombre looks too. Isn't it cool? Yeah, I think it's perfect for my witch costume. Because, the birthday feast we have to go to. Oops. I don't want to do any stitches. The birthday feast we need to go to is mid-February. It's still pretty, like the high is 60 here in Arizona today. So like it's chilly at night still. Even though we are in the desert. And the Red Fair, it's warmer during the day. So I just needed something that was kind of light that I could wear with other stuff or just wear on its own. So that fit the bill. I'm excited about it. I think it's really cute. I can't wait to finish it. I've been I haven't crocheted in ages. I've just been doing so much knitting, and I'm still trying to finish that like light gray cardigan that I've been working on forever and ever. I only have one more, like I have the front right body section to finish, and then the sleeves, and then I'm done with that cardigan finally. And I already got more mohair that I found on sale from this really cool Dutch company. I got mohair. I'm gonna do like a stash buster situation. I need to stop using that word. I'm gonna do like a stash buster kind of a deal for, there's my new word, kind of a deal. For a cardigan I'm gonna make out of all of my leftover fingering yarn from different pairs of socks that I've made. So I'm gonna do like a fun kind of patchworky random yarn cardigan with like a nice, like a brown mohair throughout, so it kind of is a little bit more unified. So I just I have so many crafting things I'm doing. I have not even, I've gone on Minecraft once. It had two more versions new than what I had previously used that I had to update everything to when I got on Minecraft last week. I was like, oh, I've not been on in a while. Still pay for my realm every month, but I haven't been playing in it. And I usually like to have a PS5 game going too, but I just I haven't even wanted to. And I've been trying to be on my phone way less because the world is so depressing right now. I'd just rather not hear about it. So I've been doing a lot of reading and crafting. I can listen to books and stitch. I cannot stitch and read because you just really have to have your eyes on your work when you're stitching. Like cross stitching or embroidering. So I listen to books while I do this or watch YouTube. And then with knitting and crochet, I can read at the same time because I don't have to look at it as much. I'm pretty good about working on it without looking at it, which is a skill developed over many missed stitches. But it does make it nice because I can read books. I really prefer to read because I just feel so much more in the story when I'm actually reading. Oof, I need to charge my phone. I'm gonna go soon. At 6. Not soon, but yeah. But yeah, so that's one thing that's hard too. It's just it requires so much focus. And I think it's something with especially with cross stitch now, since it's my job. I make patterns for literally a living. I feel like I don't want to do it in my free time as much. I want to do other kinds of crafting. Oh, I got a lime seed. Ugh. If anyone's wondering, we just moved into this apartment, right? And it has a Sonic right across the street. So I haven't been to Sonic in, we never used to go to Sonic. Mostly because we always lived in big cities where they didn't have it, or in the van. Also, they're not everywhere. Especially not where we were most of the time that we were traveling. So we didn't go to Sonic very much, but now we have one literally right across the street. It's a 30-second drive. Or a quick walk. So I've been going to Sonic more, and on the Sonic app, if you order through the app, then there's always half-price drinks and slushes. So my favorite order has been Coke Zero with Diet Cherry flavor and lime, slices of lime and sweet cream, and it is so good. They have a version Make It Dirty with coconut and lime, but I like the cherry better personally. That's what I do. And I kind of make the same thing at home. I have pomegranate Torani syrup and blackberry syrup and coconut syrup because I do make shaved ice all the time. I have a really nice shaved ice maker that my mom got me. that is the same one that she got several years ago when she started menopause. My mom just like, she had the worst hot flashes, and so she just started making shaved ice for herself all the time. And it kind of became like something that we all loved, and we like ended up with a huge collection of Torani syrups, and it was just like me and my brother, my sister, and my mom would just like make shaved ice all the time whenever we were all together. But I kept that habit and I still love shaved ice. So she got me a really nice shaved ice maker. So I like make my own quite a bit for desserts. I like something a little bit lighter. I'm not like a really big heavy dessert person. So I love something like a little bit lighter, and shaved ice is so good. So I have the Torani syrups already, which makes it so easy to do like a fun soda kind of mixture. So that's been my weekly treat for like streams, is getting a fun drink, because my throat gets dry talking for like 2 hours straight, because most of the time I'm sitting here in this room alone and it's quiet and it's just me, and I'm like listening to something while I work, or I'm just like doing schoolwork and reading and listening to movie soundtracks or whatever. So my throat gets real dry talking for a long time. Because I just haven't been doing that all day long. It's not been my job lately. I've done other jobs where I like talked a lot, but I just haven't been. I have not even gotten back to making YouTube videos. I haven't really figured out how to fit them into my work schedule yet. And I had a goal of doing 20 hours of school and 30 hours of work every week. Basically, like if I'm like doing like a 40-hour work week and then there's 20 hours of school is kind of the expectation for like getting through things at like a good pace. I'm sacrificing 10 work hours for school hours and adding 10 overall. But I have not fully hit my work hours yet since I started this month. It took a few weeks to work up to like doing full school hours, but I've been hitting my 20-hour mark for school the last few weeks, and I've really struggled to hit my 30-hour mark for work. So I'm still trying to figure out how to fit everything in. And it's not that like I have so many other things to do, I just like get distracted at home. Because again, deadlines. When you work for yourself, the only deadlines you have are like self-made ones. So I'm trying to figure that out. If anyone has any tips for my kind of brain, I really struggle with it. But I need to. Because I still have my Etsy shop to run, and I need to make more needle minders and get them ordered. I need to make patterns and get them posted. I need to work on my print-on-demand products. I think I need to shift some stuff over because some stuff's out of stock that didn't used to be. Some of the tote bags that I have. And there's a ton of really cool like craft fairs and markets around here. Like the Valley has a lot of really creative people. And I would love to be like doing some markets and stuff in person. There's also like a bunch of different kind of like cool consignment shops and stuff where you can sell goods. I would love to make kits. Like I really have such a desire to make like a cross stitch kit collection. People have asked for that for years. They've always been like, do you sell your patterns printed? I'm like, no. I would love to, but I didn't ever have the space really before living in a van, and now I do. I could like source hoops and or picture frames and buy those and fabric and get everything printed on like really nice paper and whatever else. So I have like big projects for this year that I want to do beyond what I'm already doing. But it's just a matter of like figuring out my actual workflow has been really tricky. I've been able to pinpoint what's so hard about it. Because school days I'm having an easy time just like sitting down and getting right to it, log into school, get to work. And work, which is the more fun creative days are my work days now. But it doesn't like feel it's easy to like sit down and work. So struggle is real all the time for us creatives, I think. Ugh. I'm only doing a 2-hour stream tonight instead of a 3-hour. Because of said dinner I'm going to. At my mother's house. Down the street. Play with my little bro. He's leaving on a Mormon mission. In March. Really soon. So we gotta get in time with him before he leaves. Before he abandons us. Goes off to Bakersfield, California. It's a little bit scary. Let's see, I'm actually almost done with this letter, which is cool. I have to do the outside last darker purple. I'm very excited to be done with this purple. I think I'm literally gonna just not quite make it to the end of this, which is annoying. Too many stitches left. There's no way I'm gonna make it. Grrr. So I have to get a new one. And I'm so close. But it's not even worth playing chicken with because it's too far away. I have a few more to do though. I think once I finish this O, I'm gonna go work on the other P in the middle instead of continuing on with this letter. Because I don't want to have to move my fabric yet. So I'm gonna hold off on it and do all the stuff in the middle that I can first. So I only have to move my fabric a couple times. Let's see. And thread magic as usual. Always. And there was such a big difference when I use thread magic versus when I don't. It's actually kind of crazy how much longer my threads last before they get frayed looking when I'm using it. I love it so much. It's always so... I like refuse to use any kind of threader. It's like to torture myself, I think. Okay, we're so close. Need to mark all this off. Which, the longer my nails get, the harder this is to do. I think I just fill up the entire inside and then a ring around the outside, so that's easy. Very easy. Let's start from over here. And my back is messy, but I just don't care about it because this is gonna go directly into a frame on the wall. Right back there. I haven't put any pictures up yet, but I have a whole stack of embroidery to put up. Once I get around to framing everything. This requires so much effort. Oh, shoot. No. Wrong one. I forgot what I was doing for a second. Started on the wrong spot. This music is too slow. go. Oh, it's not it's actually not a P that's next, it's a C if I go down / up. I'm excited to see this one finished. I really tried my best to make it look like a neon sign, which felt kind of tricky, but I think it translates. I wonder if I could maybe finish this thread off. Just keep on going. I bet I could. I think I only have to jump a couple stitches. Let's see. Maybe I could not have to take it off my needle and put it back on again later. That's exactly why I probably should have used a needle per color, but here we are. Actually. Let's see. Yeah, I could do it. I'm just stitching by myself tonight. It's pretty quiet around here. I think this is right. Let's see. Yeah. We Gucci. Stitching. More quiet around here than usual. I feel like it's interesting, like different weeks are so crazily different with the amount of people that come and hang out, and I feel like I'm betting it has so much to do with the algorithm. I'm betting that it just depends on like the right person clicking it that like lets the algorithm know that other people want to see it too, and then suddenly it's like an avalanche of people. And then other weeks it's like today where it's like 1 or 2 people, and that's just it, which I don't care too much about because viewership isn't anything, but it's more fun when everyone is chatting. I think it's more entertaining because as much as I can just talk to myself, which, you know, I'm adept at, I could do that all night. I like to hear from other people too. There's so much cat hair. think it is time for music change. Let's see what we've got to work with. I think I hit the end of the playlist. I did. Let's see what we got. Electro landscapes. Electronic. I'm gonna hit switch to some synthwave. That's what I'm feeling. Daniel, you're teaching me. Because I have not had a chance to look at it yet. I have been too busy either reading, being sad, eating cake, or sleeping. I'm not to go to bed earlier, so all my free time is now spent in bed. Where it was not before. I used to stay up later and then I had more time after I was done with like school and work, but alas. I actually do need sleep, so. Daniel, are you okay with us stealing a couple of your controllers also? For friends coming over tomorrow at our house, if you're not using them. If you are, I think that they have some, but we just weren't. She couldn't remember if her kids had taken them over to their dad's house or not. So we're not sure what they have. Let's see. Eight more scissors. Check with your friends. I'm to be over tomorrow as well. Okay. If not, we just need to buy an extra set for us anyway. So it's just a matter of do we need to do it before tomorrow night? Because if we just had 2 sets, then we could play, you know, like just going to the side. Because I know you can do that with Overcooked. So just 2 controllers between Vince and I would be fine for the 4 of us also. I just really want pastel ones. I want like pastel yellow and pastel purple to go with our pastel green and pastel blue. And those are hard to find in store. So I was like, I'm kind of picky about it. How many total? I don't know. 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. Daniel, who are you having over? If you're still here. I don't know if you are or not. 17, 18, 19. Okay. Make sure this is the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I don't want to be off my count. Like I have been so many times before. Friends for over from high school. Back to the good old days. Joy-Cons. Are they both at the Chandler Super Center? Chandler Super Center? Like GameStop, you mean? Or Walmart? Chandler Super Center Walmart? This sounds like Walmart. If they are, I'll buy them now and then go pick them up. Well, how far away is that though? Is the question. Is that like 30 miles? Or closer? Well, maybe I'll just buy them. Because we've been needing to buy them for forever. Closer, I think. Let me see. I'll swap over. Let's see about that. We already have... Oh, pink and pastel. Pink and yellow. I just don't want to get... We already have blue and green with our Animal Crossing one. So I just don't want blue and green, another blue and green, because it's easier to tell what's going on if they're all the same color. That's the only thing. They do have pink and yellow. Vincent was saying that they did not have... He's so silly. He's saying that they didn't have any near us. I knew it couldn't be true. I told him we can just go get them. Look at the pink and there's pink and yellow ones at Target too. I'll just get those. I don't care if it's pink or purple. Ooh, and they're actually on sale for $10 off. Oh, these ones are refurbished, that's why. I don't want refurbished, I want new. Change. Let's see. I'm gonna see where they're available. We're gonna figure it out. They're in stock in Tempe. That's the only place they're in stock. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Walmart. Walmart app. I don't like shopping at Walmart, but We'll do what we have to do. They're sold so many limited places. Let's see what they got. They actually are on sale with Walmart, but they're not available in store. At least not at mine. How do I change it? I don't know. No idea. Daniel, send me the link to those, if you wouldn't mind. Walmart is so hard to shop at. Let's just see. Oh, they're available at... They're available at the one nearby too. Maybe. Maybe not actually. We'll figure it out. I might actually get off stream earlier because there's nobody here, so there's no point. If anyone is here, it doesn't say there's anyone here on YouTube end. So if you're here, sorry, I'm peacing out. Nice hanging. Quiet night tonight, which is fine. That happens. So have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week.